warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the New York Giants. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off the play fake. Mond. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mond. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Giants are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. Throwing Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
First carry now for A.J. Dillon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he stopped immediately there. Now Jones. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Mond. 20! And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Dante Pettis now from his end zone.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Throwing again on second down. Jones, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Chaz Surratt. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Mond looks to throw. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson,
his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's the big man Dillon with it. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 12, Jones, he'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door. Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, and they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Back to throw. Jones. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Giants on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Yeah, the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Barkley again.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Gano now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Mon now off of play action.
He'll have a first down past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Here's Mon. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
On first down, Dillon. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's a give to Barkley. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
50 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now Saquon Barkley. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Jones. He'll get this one to Galladay. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Viking 17-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Yeah, the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Another try for Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Mons throw complete there to Smith.
And he goes out right around the 39.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
But they go play action here. Mon.
And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 1st and 10, here's Mon. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, here's Mon.
Steps away to his left.
That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
2nd down at 5. Mon going to throw it.
Flushed out right. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Now Mon.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tyler Conklin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Into the secondary, past the 40, and all the way up to the 45-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. That's caught by Galladay.
And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Jones on first down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones, they'll set up the screen to Barkley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And Godot's kick is right through.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
Pettis now from his end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Throwing on second and long. Jones to Barkley on the check down. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That's complete to his running back, Jefferson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Now it's Nwangu.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row and now a pickup of 8. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
they'll go right back to the Wangu.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
They're going to try and throw. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Handoff here to Nwangu.
And he's got some space here. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Mond looks to throw on 1st down.
Will be intercepted.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now Jones on 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off at the 33. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned in.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line.
Azeez Ojulari
in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Mond out of the shotgun. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Here's Mond. They're going for it. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score...
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. They give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Mon. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Touchdown, Vikings! A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pettis now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Jones. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate. It was just incomplete and not intercepted.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Jones being chased out left. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mon. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Vikings are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Pettis now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On second down, another run for Dillon.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Back to throw. Jones.
And that's complete to Shepard. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Another run now for Nwangu. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They'll look to throw here. Here's Griffin on the catch. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pettis now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On the give is Nwangu. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And finally out of bounds just inside the 10.
101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Nwangu.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Kene Nwangu.
His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Joseph now to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Looking to throw. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge. Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
2nd down, here's Barkley again.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley punching it in from a yard away.
And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Gano the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Second down and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. 131 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Handoff right side to Nwangu. Room to run again. A little juke. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. Here's Nwangu. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Running from the shotgun with Madison. Shedding the tackle. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. The play fake. He'll look to throw. Completes it to the fullback hand. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Hard to have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run with Nwangu. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.